Thanks, Mark. But I think before we get there, there's just two questions I think we can address right now. One was from Atif on how to overcome the lack of seriousness at online meetings. And also, do you think that we can reach decisions at online meetings? I think, Atif, you saw how to overcome the lack of seriousness at online meetings is to bring a little bit of fun into your meeting. It's also to use some subtle jokes, sometimes not as direct as the dad joke, but it's important to have fun, whether it's a meeting, an online presentation, and a simple thing like just a smile. You'll always see me smile as soon as I start welcoming people and during the presentation. So definitely. And then in terms of can we reach decisions at online meetings? Yes, you can. Mike, I don't know if you would like to talk to that point for us.
No, certainly. It's about collaboration, and that's what the meeting's all about. You can, through using polls, through using questions, there's no reason that a meeting can't be completed as it would in any other environment. And stop treating online meetings as being the so different to live meetings. Engage, talk, give people a platform, allow them to speak back to you, use a timer. I have a few little tricks for keeping questions down, and I'll share one of them right now. When I'm sitting with people, I will, like in a live meeting, I might hand out a playing card to each person in the audience, and I'll say to them, anytime they like during this meeting, they can lift up that playing card, and I will stop and allow them to speak. But at the end of that, I'm going to take their playing card away from them, and they won't be getting it back until the next topic comes up. And what that does is it ensures that people only speak about what is really important and relevant to them and don't interrupt people all the time.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Mike. I think we're going to just move on. We will definitely come back to the other two questions that has popped up as well. I've noted down those questions so that we don't forget about them. And as promised, we have a Q&A at the end. So let's quickly move on. So thanks for those questions and for participating. And Mike, thanks for those excellent responses as well. So the tech check is now you're in the event and you are about to start your event, and often we think we can just show up and the show's on the road because I've rehearsed, I've checked all my equipment beforehand. What we always do at all our events, the masterclasses that we run on Fridays, and even if we do online training, etc., is myself and my supporting team comes together. So when I'm a guest speaker, I have a support team. And in this case, Mike and myself have a very small support team with Craig supporting us because Craig is just brilliant at doing it. We did add another responsibility as a joke earlier to Craig, and he didn't like it. But meet 30 minutes before you start with your support team. The person is going to be your moderator. The person is going to do your timing, check your chats, etc. And what do you check and why should you check? You definitely do not want any technical surprises. As an example, when we met half an hour before we started this morning, we had some technical problems. And the technical problems was that one of us had internet connection issues. We overcame that problem because we had access to other connections, and we solved that problem at that point in time. So this is a fundamental issue. Don't underestimate it. No matter how much effort we put into analyzing our audience's needs and to solve their problems, to make and add value to them during our presentations. Doesn't matter how beautiful your presentation slides are, how well you've promoted your event. If you experience technical issues during your event, it will take away from all of that. So what are we going to check before we start? We're firstly going to make sure the platform and all the functions that we want to use during that event works, i.e., has my breakout rooms been set up? Has my poll been set up, and does it work if I'm using a poll? If I'm integrating into word clouds, does that work? And you actually test as your audience will participate in those polls if it works the way you want it to work. Does my sharing of presentation works? Has my speakers been pinned, etc.? So do all of that before you start. Another element which we refer to, which I said is the second element in planning your event, is deciding on doing live streaming. Part of your tech check must include that link has been set up and work. What we do in our space is we do live streaming directly to YouTube. We have a pre-typed up message where we say that the EXO Futures and Democratizing Entrepreneurship community is live now with the masterclass topic, so that once we have linked to YouTube and you get your YouTube link, that you just paste it into that message, copy paste into LinkedIn, and post it on the social media wherever you would like to share that live link to. So those are the little things that you need to consider. I just want to talk a little bit more about why should we consider live streaming in addition to doing your online event and in addition to recording your online event. So live streaming is becoming a very good broadcasting practice to help you get more reach in terms of getting your voice and getting your message out there. So because it's live streaming over the internet and because you make it available publicly, people who are currently surfing the internet, searching for topics that's relevant to your online event, etc., may come across this live broadcast at that point in time, and also where you share your live broadcasting link. And that then gives you additional reach into doing live streaming. It's quite exciting. We have been doing it for a while now, and it's quite amazing to see how our playlist and how our target audience is growing in terms of the work that we are doing. Mike, over to you.
Thank you, Liesl. Just on the thing of live streaming and software that's available, I've been playing with two at the moment, one called OB, called Outside Broadcast, and I've also been playing with one called ManyCam, which is really great. It allows me to do overlays and have multiple cameras at any one time. So you might want to look into those two.